Hello everyone and welcome back to another video with On Point Politics, and today we are talking about a bunch of different things today. We're talking about 2024, we are talking about SoCal research. I really need to touch this because this has honestly really been making me upset what's happened today with SoCal research, and we're also going to be talking about many different things as well, certain kind of hoaxes that have been going around, Vance being the pick, etc. But guys, make sure if you are in here to subscribe, make sure to like the video, make sure to go ahead and share this, make sure to go ahead and join the Discord server and follow the Twitter in the description down below, because we are actually getting pretty close to hitting 500 followers on Twitter. We are almost there. I'd honestly rather be a little bit higher than that, but I would like to get there as soon as possible. So please make sure to go ahead and follow the Twitter in the description down below if you guys haven't done so already. And so we are going to go over the electoral map because, guys, with the new data that we gotten from civics, it seems to me that the race is getting closer. Now, again, this is because of a possible response bias that is occurring in the polling data, and that is definitely something that has to be accounted for. And right now, we actually see in the civics, polling data, we see that Harris is at 41% nationally, which obviously there is a little bit of a Democrat response bias, but again, guys, I have to take the data as much face value as I can. And we even see here with, for example, we can go here and look at the most accurate pollster from 2020. They have the race somewhat competitive. They have the race as a 2-point race for Donald Trump. And if Donald Trump were to win the race by 2 points, he wouldn't be winning New Mexico. He wouldn't be winning Minnesota or any of these other states. And so that just goes to show where the race currently stands as of right now. And, the model right now, believe it or not, actually has the race at 313 electoral college votes. I went ahead and updated all the favorable numbers. I've gone through everything. And today we are going to be updating what the map is looking like as of right now. So guys, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And so right now for the race, we have the safe red states here. We currently have these red states from the last cycle. We also have Iowa being a safe red state here, coming in at 17 points for Donald Trump, and the state of Ohio being 17 points as well. We also have Maine's 2nd congressional district being exactly a 15-point race as of right now. What's also very interesting is that Texas and Florida are no longer in the safe column now, as well as Alaska. These are not in the safe column anymore. As for the Democrat states, we have California at 21 points for Harris, Hawaii at 20 points for Harris. We have Vermont, Massachusetts, Maryland, and DC in the safe column, giving her 85 safe electoral college votes. For the likely Republican states, we have Wisconsin at around 8 points for Donald Trump, Pennsylvania at 10 points for Trump, the state of Michigan at 7.8% for Donald Trump. We have the state of North Carolina in this matchup at 8 points for Donald Trump, state of Georgia at 6 points for Donald Trump, the state of Arizona at 7.5 points for Trump, the state of Nevada at 9.4 percentage points for Trump. The state of Florida comes in at a 12.8 percentage point victory. State of Texas is a 13.8 percentage point win for Donald Trump, getting him to 309 electoral college votes. So with his likely and safe states, he's still already winning the presidency regardless, guys. So it's not like he's losing ground and is starting to lose nationally. Yes, there is a shift in polling data, but this is also something that's been occurring. Alaska is also in the likely column as well, coming in at just 13.3 percentage points for Trump. That state is trending very, very heavily to the left. And that's why you see such a big shift in the state there as of right now. And the favorability ratings are getting pretty close there between both of the candidates. To basically looks at, basically looks at the data face value, and we see here for the likely Democrat states, we have the states of Washington at 12 points, we have Oregon at 9 points for Harris, Colorado comes in at 7.5 points for Harris, same margin in Illinois, we have Connecticut coming in at 11 points, Delaware at 9 points, state of Rhode Island in this matchup as of right now is also coming in at 10 points for Harris. We have the state of New York at 13 points for Harris, Maine's first congressional district, at a 12-point victory for Harris. And that brings her to 177 electoral college votes, with New Jersey also being a likely state at 8.2 percentage points for Harris as of right now. For the lean Republican states, the only one on the map is actually going to be the state of Nebraska's second congressional district, being a lean margin for him. With the only lean state for the Democrats is going to be Virginia at 3.3% for Harris. And all of the tilt states, as of right now, New Mexico, a 0.04 percentage point win for Harris. Minnesota at 0.05 percentage points for Harris. New Hampshire at 0.7 percentage points. And Maine at large at 0.3 percentage points. So as of right now, this is what the model has. Right now, all of the, deep blue states are all very, very competitive, and either Trump gets in the 330s range or Harris actually picks up all of these swing states and actually ends up getting about 225 electoral votes. But this is what the model currently has right now for the election. It has Donald Trump getting 313 electoral college votes to Harris's 225 electoral college votes as of right now. This is the first time that Donald Trump has gone under 315 electoral college votes in a very long time in one of my election projections. Chari's for 2. Has Arizona become Trump's state polling wise? That pretty much is the case, to be honest. That is basically what is going on. And so right now, this is basically what the map shows for the electoral college for my latest election model. And a lot of the state polling we've done has basically kind of matched this a bit. I mean, Virginia, Biden was ahead by 3. Harris was tied, but that was older polling. Now, again, the data may be because there is I understand his model, but I don't like the way how On Point views safe states. To me, at least, a safe state is anything won by any party, won by double digits. Well, I like using the plus 15 margin, to be honest with you. So that's what I usually go with. If that was the case, Washington would be safe. But really, to be honest with you, I like using a plus 15. Now, again, Trump is still the heavy favorite. And either way, New Mexico, Minnesota, New Hampshire, and Maine are all within reach. Like, either way, Minnesota and New Mexico are so close. Like, they're under a tenth of a point. They're under a tenth of a point in the model. So they could very easily go red. I mean, if Trump gains like a point in favorability, these two states are going to go in the red column. So this is basically where the model has the election as of right now. Texas being at a really high point. Florida they're both at like 13-point victories, basically. And everybody's asking about the VP pick. The VP pick is not going to win Harris any of the swing states because Harris picks Mark Kelly of Arizona. It's not going to even bring down the margin to a lean margin. It's just not. Same thing in Pennsylvania. That's not going to affect the race like that. That is not going to happen. And so this is currently where I have the race as of right now in terms of the electoral college. Now, we need to talk about certain things that have been going on because it's really been pissing me off. So we have right now SoCal strategies, right? SoCal research has basically renamed itself to now being a new name, right? Charis for 2. If Trump wins 313, how's House and Senate looking? Well, if he's winning 313, I mean, he's more than likely, the Senate's probably going to be 54 Senate seats. We could even test that out, to be honest with you. We could actually test that out right now. I'm going to go ahead on my other computer. I'm going to go ahead and look at the margins right now. But basically, if the House, yeah, no, if it's really this low, some of the margins, there's no way. Arizona goes back down to being lean R. Florida's a 7-point race. California 17 points. Maine at large is still close. The Rust Belt, funny enough, is actually still going to the Republican candidates. They're like barely winning them. So it's actually still going to the Republican candidates, believe it or not. Now, I want to talk about what happened today with SoCal Strategies. This is so, hold on. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I have this thing where every time I cough now, I have to like catch my breath. I don't really know exactly what it is. I've been taking medicine and stuff like that. So hopefully that goes away pretty soon. But I want to talk about what happened with SoCal Research today because this is something that really kind of aggravated me and I felt like I should bring it to your guys' attention. So, pretty much what ends up happening here, right, is some big account basically said that SoCal was faking all his polls, right? Somebody was faking all his stuff. And so everybody's freaking out in chat. No, guys, I'm all right. I'm fine. It's just I've been like sick for a bit and I was coughing a lot, so it's probably my vocal cords are swollen or something. I don't know. But either way, so if we look at this right now, we'll see that there was a big account that basically ended up there was a big account that was like basically defaming the pollster that we work with, and they were basically saying, oh, they're faking all their numbers and stuff like that, and it kind of ended up becoming sorry guys, it kind of ended up becoming a pretty big deal to the point where he basically was gonna stop, right? Time to get that cardio, and I promise it's not really that. I go to the gym. It's just that I've been sick. I was sick for a bit, and I guess now for whatever reason, whenever I cough, I have to like catch my breath. But I've gotten checked out already, and it should be fine. It's like a temporary thing. Um, but either way, the big account was basically trying to defame SoCal Research. He renamed because apparently there is another SoCal Research, and so pretty much now we pretty much have this where he was going to stop polling, but he's back now. Everything kind of worked out. And a bunch of the people who were basically defaming him have now been corrected. We even see here, look, all of his raw responses are right here. All of his responses are literally right here. And yes, guys, I've been drinking water. I'm telling you guys, it's not that big of a deal. So, we see here that right now, these are all of the national responses from our last poll. You see where the operating system was. We're looking at the manufacturer, the time start, the time finish, the ID number, the country, the area, the county, the city, the provider, the gender, the age, year of birth, currently registered to vote, all of the question answers. We look at everything, the race, the income, spoken language, location, census. Like, we literally have all of the data here, and people were trying to defame him, saying that, oh, he's a fake pollster and he fake saw his numbers, to the point where even big Twitter polling accounts were actually catching wind of this. And what ended up happening is Red Eagle Politics did a poll with Red Eagle, and it actually ended up getting featured on Donald Trump's True Social. And after this is when everybody started attacking him. And I think it's kind of funny that that ended up being the case. And so at this point, you even see it right here. Titan Wolfgang, oh, is that why people are saying Rasmussen, SoCal, public policy polling are illegitimate pollsters? Well, it's funny because a lot of the pollsters that people say are illegitimate tend to actually end up getting pretty accurate. They usually, I mean, SoCal's never pulled in a cycle, so we'll see how they do. I mean, I trust SoCal at this point in time because he seems to have a good understanding. That's why I do my work with him. But he was featured on Donald Trump's Truth Social, and what ended up happening was everybody, I guess, got jealous or mad, and they just started trying to defame this pollster. Even Polling USA, for example, this SoCal research poll has 5641 in the Atlanta metro area. Wasn't it 6930? And I guess they don't understand that Donald Trump is more popular than before. They don't understand that Harris is not as popular as 2020 Biden. So it's gonna get closer. And so it's like, okay. And if you actually look at the crosstabs for the poll, if you go back to the 2020 sample, Joe Biden is leading the sample by like 22. So it's like this guy had to defend himself like all day long. And he basically ended up correcting some guy about something because basically he was like, oh, if you actually check this registered voter screening, it costs way more to do the poll and stuff, even though that literally isn't true. And so at this point, he had to basically defend himself. And so now it's like really ridiculous that it had to come down to this. But I find it pretty annoying that it ended up having to come down to the fact that he basically had to defend himself on social media, even though he's legitimately posted all of his raw responses before. That's really kind of made me furious, to be honest. And we are going to end up looking at certain things here today, right? Because Donald Trump, first of all, Sneeko destroyed Moist Critical, thank God. Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, this was pretty crazy. I don't even know what this video was. Everybody has been going at Vance, right? Because, oh, Vance is this, Vance is that. And we saw, like, oh, he was at a memorabilia show or something like that for World War II. And, like, he was looking at a table with guns. And, like, in the background on the other side, there's, like, a swastika memorabilia. Like, all these terminally online people were like, oh, he's a Nazi. Oh my God, look at this secret ploy. Like, are you serious? Like, how terminally online do you have to be in order to think that that's actually for real? Like, yes, there's a swastika in the background. Number one, he's not even looking at it. It's in the background of the photo. And second of all, memorabilia for history has all sorts of things. Just because you have Nazi memorabilia doesn't make you a Nazi. You just like collecting memorabilia from history. And so it's like, okay, well, I don't understand the freaking out about that. And then Donald Trump said something basically said something in terms of like, oh, get out and vote. You're not going to have to worry about it anymore after now. You can vote now and you're not going to have to worry about it. Everyone was like, oh, well, he's going to be a dictator. He's going to steal everything. There's no way that's going to happen. Like, he was just like, everybody's freaking out on Twitter. Oh my God, he's going to steal the election and we're never going to have another election ever again. First of all, he had the perfect opportunity to become a dictator on January 6th and he didn't take it. He told all his supporters to calm down. That's the first thing he did. And he told everybody to protest peacefully. And second of all, what he was referring to is the fact that Christian voters really don't turn out like that. And he was basically saying, okay, guys, after 4 years, you're not going to have to worry because everything is going to be fixed, right? And so this is basically what that whole thing was about. And now we have reports from about an hour ago that supposedly said Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries gave the okay to Obama, who then called Biden, informing him that they had VP Harris's approval to invoke the 25th Amendment against him if he did not withdraw from the presidential race. So it's confirmed that they cooed the president. Like, they literally cooed the incumbent president of the United States from his nomination that he democratically won on his own with 14.5 million votes. And Trump has been hammering this point away at speeches, and I hope he continues to do so because it's the 100% truth. They stole the nomination from Biden when he legitimately won it, and now Harris is the nominee with 0 votes. And I think that's just generally going to piss off a lot of voters on the national level. Rufus, this guy who said that, oh, the primary is going to be competitive, and he supported DeSantis, and this guy gives horrible takes online saying that SoCal Research is a discredited, fraudulent pollster. Like, really? Like, I don't understand this. Like, this is really, really annoying. And so, yeah, every poll you don't like is fake. Yeah, it's true. Keep doing what you're doing. On Point is getting people to attack you. No, it's like, really? I don't understand. I don't understand this. This is really, really annoying because his polls are actually legit. I've seen him collect the samples in real time. Like, I've literally paid for these samples myself. So it's like all these people are completely baseless in their claims. They have no idea what they're talking about. I actually DM'd him personally to tell him to take this down because this is misinformation. But that's basically all the news that we had to catch up on today. I honestly think it's just embarrassing that these people are going out here after Trump reposted his thing and now they're trying to take him down because, oh, his things are illegitimate, even though he knows how to pull better than any of these people ever could. And apparently Vance had a pretty good speech, to be honest. Apparently Vance had a pretty good speech. I saw a clip of it. It's very high energy, so that's good. Um, Trump was also at a Bitcoin conference. He approves of the Bitcoin thing, which I think is a really good thing. I personally think that's a good idea. As of right now, I think that is a good idea. Harris, let's see. Harris keeps Biden's pledge to not raise middle class taxes. Huh, we'll see how long that holds up. Oh my God, they let him speak. Oh boy. Damn, that's a really big crowd in Minnesota. Wow. Oh, wow. That's a pretty decent crowd for Minnesota, to be honest. Damn, that's actually really good. Wow, that is a really good crowd for Minnesota. Considering that that's Minnesota, that's a pretty good crowd. That looks like about 10,000 people, maybe a little bit more than that. That's not bad. Interesting. Damn, let me see.
That's what it was. You can get therapy. You can go through the
These woke YouTubers can't have real life conversations. This is why they have to react to other creators in pre-recorded videos. Stick to making pre-recorded videos, Charlie. Your IQ isn't high enough to have your worldviews challenged with logic on stream. This is why reaction YouTubers are terrified of talking to live streamers.
to make it. You can get therapy. You can go through the process of making that decision. I thought that's what it was. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole with the dick cutting off shit. I thought that's what we were talking about. And then if you decide that's the path you want to take, it is your body. You can do that. You can make that decision once you become of age to
Oh God.
make a decision like that. I just don't understand how it got so muddled. Half of the fucking conversation was hyperbole, and apparently that
That is not true, but okay.
one was literal. Or it's a very malicious.
He literally said that it was this guy here literally said it's fine that children could decide before they're 18 to be whatever gender they want. And now he's like, oh, it's actually a hypothetical.
Hack on what I'm trying to say or misunderstanding. I don't know. Take it easy. Have a good night. You can go through the process.
W cope. Not sure you quoted the day after. No, my God. No, yeah, he got cooked. Thank God, because this guy Loki was kind of starting to annoy me a little bit. Oh, I have to see that. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. But yeah, guys, that's basically it for all the news of today. I know this was a little bit of a quicker stream, but I still want to keep up with the daily streams as much as I possibly can. So that is definitely stream calls out Keemstar for coping about them used to deflect me, bruh. But yeah, we'll end up seeing what happens with the 2024 race. I mean, this is what my election model has right now. Again, I'll probably release another video tomorrow looking at my forecast and stuff. Hopefully, you know, the data turns around. We'll see what happens, but right now, I think that Trump is still in the heavy favorite to win the election. We are screwed. JD Vance has to be replaced. No, he doesn't have to be replaced. He is not this, oh my God, bro, he's killing our campaign. Like all that work is terribly online. All of that support or all of those Vance attacks are terribly online. Even this whole couch thing that Vance did or whatever, like apparently that's not even real. Like they like faked it out of the book. Like people looked in the book and you literally cannot find that in the book at all. So It is what it is. But all right, guys, this was kind of a quicker stream today. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Everyone, have a great rest of your day.